Today, we're going to be doing the Season 12 updated Legend tier list in order from S tier down to D tier, ranking all 20 of Apex Legends' newest and oldest roster members from best to worst. We're going to have some surprises, we're going to have some obvious picks, but I can guarantee you there will be a couple Legends who you're just like, huh? What did you just say? It's gonna be intense. We've done the weapons tier list, we've done the heirlooms tier list, and now we are on to probably the most significant tier list out of all the tier lists we have done, and that is the legend tier list. So without further ado, let's do this, bro. Okay, this is where it gets real. Bang boom, we got the whole setup ready to go. You guys didn't expect this, did you? Let me just count the legends to make sure we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 total legends. I'm trying to think of how we should start this just for readability purposes and for you guys to follow along with the tier list. We'll probably just start with Ashe and then read our way down to the right side like we do a book. Your opinions, your suggestions, your voice matters today. It is being logged. It is being tracked. The world shall know what you feel. Numero uno. We have Ashe. Ashe? Okay, let's go over the passive ability first. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't think of her passive. She can track death boxes down with death boxes. 1 per death box. But if you get a squad wipe, I mean, you pull up to a third party scene, there are plenty of death boxes. You will find somebody. I would say her passive is pretty strong. Her tactical snare is extremely strong. I think it's proven itself to be a lot better than people were expecting when it launched, because people get stuck in doorways, especially in ranked main. You catch one guy snared, you can clap up a whole squad once you get the first guy down. So her tactical is definitely, I would say, A tier, and then her ultimate is also A tier. Overall, I think Ashe, I want to say she's an S tier legend, but I want to put her in A tier out of uncertainty. You think she's A plus? I think it's a very, very, very fine line between A plus and S tier. Because if you look at top picks in ranked as well, Ashe is definitely up there. And if there's a phaser that's going to be most effective, I would honestly take Ashe over top of Wraith. I think Ashe is one of the best characters in the game, which is why I use her so much. But when I look at all the other legends, I'm like, there's not a whole lot of legends that are much better than Ashe. So I think I will. I think she'll be our first legend in S tier. She's very, very good. Okay, now we have Bangalore. Bangalore is definitely between A and B tier. She got smokes. Smokes are very effective, especially in ranked. You can shoot them at teams. It keeps third parties off of you if they're chilling at range. If you need to loot boxes, it acts like as the Gibraltar dome. It's a form of cover. People can't see you. You can loot boxes. Or you could just smoke yourself and get away from crazy situations. Her double time is an S tier passive. And her ultimate, used correctly, not a lot of people know how to use her ultimate correctly, but that thing messes you up now. It's like, it is actually insane how much of a Bangalore ult will mess you up. I hate getting hit by it. I would say Bangalore is A tier. I don't feel right putting her in B tier. It doesn't mean, you know, just because she's not popular doesn't mean she isn't an A tier legend. Extremely slept on. Probably one of the most slept on legends of the game. If she wasn't as slept on, maybe she'd possibly be S tier, but most certainly an A tier legend. Next will be a Bloodhound. Bloodhound, I'm gonna have to put right away into S tier. This is, honestly, I would put Blood above Ashe. Blood is literally wall hacks on the fly, non-stop, super speed, kamikaze hound mode. Like you can track people. It's not even a question. Bloodhound is what other games would consider cheating legally. I don't think it's much of a dispute. I see a lot of you guys saying easy S tier, S tier, S tier, S tier. Deacon says S tier. Hashami says S tier. Yeah, I haven't even seen anybody say A tier yet. So, but that's crazy because if you guys didn't know this, I remember back in the day, the early OG days of Apex, when Bloodhound was considered an extremely useless legend. Everyone thought Bloodhound was like bottom of the barrel. Said, oh, you can't use Bloodhound in ranked. They're way too loud. They make too much noise. Can you believe that? Crazy, eh? All right, next up, moving on, we're gonna have Caustic here. Where Caustic's gonna go? Whew, that I am honestly not sure. I would say before Caustic got his big nerf, I honestly, especially in rank, considered him an S tier legend. After his nerf, he's somewhere in between A and B. His caustic traps can get shot out extremely easily now. His Caustic ult is still pretty effective. I just feel like if you play Caustic, you no longer have the solo potential you once had. It's almost completely revoked because easy it is to get rid of traps and stuff like that. I think your ultimate is the only scapegoat, kind of like getting bunkered down. He is still pretty damn useful. I'm somewhere in between B tier and A tier, but if I gotta be honest, on a competitive level, Caustic is still pretty good. I feel like he's in line with Bangalore. I'm gonna put him behind Bangalore. I think Bangalore's better than Caustic, to be fair. But yeah, Caustic's good, bro. He's good. So I think we'll keep him A tier. I see a lot of you guys saying A tier as well. Some B tiers, mostly A tier. I feel like we're on the same page here. I gotta say, so far this tier list is going pretty smooth. There's been no plot twisters, no roundhouse to the jaw yet. Okay, trust me, your legend will get hurt sooner or later. Just be ready. Moving on, we have crypto. Crypto is the definition of right in the middle. I'm gonna be honest. I think that a lot of people poop on crypto because they don't know how to use them properly. I will say Apex by nature is an extremely aggressive game, and he just lacks a lot of the abilities and features to keep up with a fast-paced moving squad, I guess you could say. Crypto, hands down, right off the bat, is straight into B tier for me. I see a lot of you guys saying A tier, some C tiers, a lot of B tiers. He's got no movement. He is extremely good though. Don't get me wrong, he's probably one of the best support legends in the whole game. Can scan radars with his beacon, open loop-ins with his drone, EMP with his drone. He can pick up teammates' banners, res them all in a single click. He's extremely efficient, but on a self-sustainability level, he's not very good. If you don't have a strong team to back up a crypto, your crypto is not going to be all that effective, I guess you could say. I think he's B tier. I think he's got a lot of potential, but because his support kit is so strong, I think naturally he has to be nerfed movement wise a little bit. And I think that's where he just naturally falls. He's definitely B tier. Moving on now, we have Fusey Magoozy. He's interesting. He's gotten a lot better. I don't think he is as good as Bangalore or Caustic. He's definitely not S tier. And for me, he's somewhere in between B tier and C tier. He's got the knuckle cluster, which is extremely griefy, especially in ranked. You can mess people up with that thing. His fuse ultimate's nice. It's gotten the addition of scans, which makes it even better now. I think when he first came out, he was C tier, but he has nudged his way up into B tier. I'm gonna put him behind Crypto though, because I think Crypto a huge sleeper in Apex, and I'm also a little bit biased. So I see a lot of you guys saying B tier, some C tiers. You guys are saying A to B tier. A good fuse is super annoying. I have to agree, a good fuse is extremely annoying. And then he also has the ability to carry a bunch of grenades, which is effective. I don't know, at least when I play fuse, I carry like one set of grenades and then just get an extra grenade to carry. I don't know, but I think he's B tier, chat. Moving on, we have Gibraltar. Gibraltar is a funny legend. I'm in chat, I'm assuming everybody's gonna want to say Gibraltar's S tier. I see so many S tiers already. I personally have never had a great relationship with Gibraltar. His dome is incredibly good. His ultimate's good. He's got tons of health. I got to be a little bit careful here because I feel like in a lot of ways he is an obvious S tier legend choice, but I want to disrespect him badly and put him in A tier just because I don't flippin' like him. But I do have one tiny little evidence to justify my placement on Gibby. Okay, I like Caustic better than Gibraltar on a competitive level. And some of you guys may say you don't know what I'm talking about. Some of you guys may say, oh, you're not even a competitive player. But when I play Caustic in ranked, I hold the shit down, okay? When I play Gibby in ranked, people still get through. Huh, I just dropped him. Look at that. I'm putting him in A tier. Listen, I told you I was gonna tilt some souls today. I don't like Gibraltar that much. I'll give him the respect of being cracked because I know he is cracked, but I'm putting him in A tier. He's behind Caustic for me, bro. Caustic is better than Gibraltar. He is the more dominant thick boy, okay? Bro had too many drugs. At least they were good drugs, okay? Anyways. Okay, next up we have Space Mommy. Space Moomy. I think Space Mommy, even after her nerfs, one of the best movement legends in the whole game. She got a really balanced kit. She could take height pretty easily. I will say you get fried pretty damn easily on that gravity lift as well. Her passive ability with the low resistance to taking ground impacts is definitely an S tier passive. And then her ultimate is also very, very strong. Probably high A tier, possibly low S tier for an ultimate compared to all the other legends in the game. So I'm gonna put Horizon A tier, but I'm definitely putting her in front of Bangalore. She outclasses Bang. Her ult is trash. Rather use Ash's tactical. I mean, her ult though has a lot of like nade spam ability. It lasts longer than Ash's tac. It's a very strong ult, and it's also blinding, and you get scans when people are in it. Next up, we have Lifeline. Lifeline. Poor Lifeline. I love her, but she is not it. A lot of you guys are already saying D tier, C tier, B tier. But the thing that hurts me about Lifeline is that half of her kit is pretty much useless, bro. Her ultimate is a care package. I can't remember the last time I called in Lifeline care package and actually used it. I can't remember the last time a Lifeline teammate called in a care package and I actually opened it. The healing drone is pretty much all she's got. Her res ability isn't that strong either. I think Lifeline used to be great. See, I want to put her in C tier just because I like her, but I think we gotta put her in D tier, bro. She's very subpar, bro. She is extremely subpar. I'm putting her in D tier specifically because her ultimate is literally useless. I mean, maybe some people like it. Anybody who's aggressive and likes to play Apex fast is not waiting for that thing, bro. I'm sorry, it's just not. It's where she's going, bro. It's where she's going. I will say in arenas, she's definitely an A tier, possibly even an S tier legend. In Battle Royale, it's a whole different ball game, bro. She's bottom of the barrel, bro. She's not a very popular pick. Lifeline Dookie. All right, chat. Next up, Loba. Loba has gotten really good. I want to put her somewhere high on this tier list. Her tactical is actually pretty good now because you can sprint while throwing it and you can sprint directly out of it. It's a very fast tactical now, and honestly, it goes pretty far. I mean, if you know how to use a Loba disc properly, man, you can be pretty effective. Her ultimate is definitely S tier. Absolutely insane. Unlimited ammo, 2 pieces of gear. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, there's a way to locate any piece of loot that's in a boutique now from a Loba boutique. There's a special like ping feature that you can see. There's a line that directly leads to it. So she's crazy. She's really crazy. And then she can see loot through all walls. I'm gonna put her in A tier, but definitely compared to these aggressive legends, Horizon, Bangalore, Caustic, Gibraltar, I'm gonna put her at the back of A tier. I don't think I can justify putting her over Gibraltar, and she seems like a low A tier type legend. She has a lot of stuff that can, you know, get you loaded, but it's just not necessary. It's kind of like jewelry. It's just extras, you know what I'm saying? You can get by without it. Next up, we have Mad Maggie. Mad Maggie's got her little drill dart gun. Honestly, her drill dart gun is pretty decent, but it doesn't do that much damage. You just quickly move away from it, and then next thing you know, okay, like you're completely fine. Her Mad Maggie ball it's all right, man. Like, it can mess people up, but a lot of times, especially in ranked, when it comes down to standstills, bro, you can end up screwing your teammates over. A lot of you guys saw me play Mad Maggie and kill my teammates a couple times throughout the day in ranked, which sucks. And then her tactical running with shotguns at full speed. I feel like anybody who's really in tune with the mechanics of Apex knows how to put their gun away instinctually anyways. Even when I have the Maggie shotgun, I never keep it out because it's just not natural. Like, it's not good muscle memory or natural muscle memory to keep a gun out. I don't think she's good. I don't think she's absolute garbage though. I'm going to put her in C tier. I think she's our first C tier legend. I don't think she doesn't have a useless kit though, chat. Literally half of her kit is not valid like Lifeline. But moving on, we have our boy Mirage. Mirage has been surprising me lately. I've been running into a lot of demon Mirages. There's a lot of Mirages who know how to use his ultimate really well now. It doesn't matter how good you are, bro. When there's 15 Mirages in front of you, bro, and you have to wait to see which one shoots at you before you can react, it throws you off. And if you're one shot and you're running away, you kind of get screwed over. So I think in the right hands, Mirage is honestly a decent solo legend. He's pretty decent. I don't think he is anywhere near as decent as Crypto or Fuse though. I think he's somewhere in line with Mad Maggie. And if I had to choose between being a Mad Maggie main or a Mirage main, I would choose Mad Maggie. I'm sorry to you Mirage mains. I know you thought this was your big day. He's got some solo potential. In ranked, I wouldn't count on him. I'm putting him in C tier, and I'm putting him behind Mad Maggie. I know you guys love the Invisible Mirage res, but you gotta simmer down, okay? All right, I don't even need... The Invisible res isn't that great, I'm gonna be honest. If I know he's rezzing, I literally just ADS and look through the air, and my aim assist eventually snaps onto something, bro, and then I just light him up. It's very easy to find the Invisible Mirage rezzing. It really is. I knew this was coming. I'm not hurt. Okay, thank you. A lot of you guys are saying A minus, A, B, or C tier for Mirage. Okay, if you're A or B tier, it's just your pride talking. Just set it aside, accept the fact that he is a C tier. You're lucky I didn't put him in D tier like his heirloom, okay? He's definitely not B tier. I'm sorry, dog. Moving on though, Speedster, the Octane Mister. Octane has come a very, very long way. He was useless. Then he was broken and overpowered. And now he's just kind of like, you know, he's still really good and he's floating. I'm gonna put it out there and just say that Octane has the best movement in the entire game. He is a freak, especially if you play on mouse and keyboard and you can tap strafe, bro. In terms of a pub legend, like if I'm gonna put him overall chat, someone who just plays ranked and a lot of pubs in Apex, I think he's a freak in pubs. Okay, I think he's an S tier pubs legend. In terms of ranked, if you really not giving a shit and you're just like, screw it, we're just gonna run around and go buck wild, I think you could have some demon Octanes run around too. I'm stuck somewhere between A tier and S tier. If I were to put him in A tier, I definitely think I'd have to put him at the top of A tier. Then again, chat, we don't have a whole lot of legends left. And if I were to think of someone who I just think is super fun in Apex and is S tier, I feel like Octane's gotta be in there, bro. He's got too much potential. He's got too much movement. So I'm gonna put him in S tier, bro. Octane's a freak, dude. He's an absolute freak. He's nuts. No way he is A tier. I feel like some of you guys are gonna be A tier. Some of you guys are agreeing with me saying he's S tier. You know, you just gonna have to roll with the punches, bro. Octane's S tier in my mind. Okay, now we have Pathfinder. Pathfinder's A tier. Pathfinder is definitely A tier. Some more cracked movement. I think I would take Pathfinder over Bangalore, Caustic, Gibby, and Loba. But I do think I like Horizon better just because she's a little bit more versatile. Pathy's kit is pretty useless. His passive is useless. He has literally no passive. His tactical is awesome. His ultimate's awesome. His ultimate's a little bit on the weaker side, but he's the OG raw dogger. Okay, he goes zippy zoozah, fly around like crazy. I'm gonna put him in A tier behind Horizon. I think anybody who plays Pathfinder would have to agree that Horizon does equal level movement potential on certain maps with certain features. She can fly just as far as Pathfinder can grapple after she hits the floor sometimes. It's crazy. Moving on though, we have Ramparita, okay? This girl is a freak. For freak. I think she's in line. Like when I think of a B tier legend, I do think of Rampart. She got super gliding potential off of her shields. Her shields set up pretty quickly now. They do a ton of damage if you shoot through them. She could hold down a building. Somewhat equivalent to Caustic, but nowhere near as effective in my opinion. Her minigun, she can walk around with it now, pretty strong. And what's her passive again, chat? She reloads LMGs quicker, but if we think of LMGs in Apex, I don't think there's a whole lot of LMGs that kind of ride the top of the meta other than Rampage. She can make the Rampage kind of scary, which is honestly a pretty decent ability. I'm gonna put her in B tier. I think I'm gonna put her behind Fuse. I would take Fuse over Rampart, but Rampart's got a lot of potential as well. Definitely a B tier-esque legend. You guys are saying D tier, B tier, some C tiers. As a Rampart main, that's a good place. Okay, so I feel like we're in a sturdy place here. This is fair. Some of you guys are gonna be hurt, bro. I'm gonna be real. Some of you guys are about to hurt. You guys are saying Revenant's A tier, C tier, B tier, C tier, D tier. Dude, I will take Mirage over Revenant any day of the week. I've seen some people who have crazy movement potential with the Revenant. I think his passive to climb up walls, I don't think it's that useful, bro. There's so many times you'll run into a little box and fall off the wall because he just can't climb over that. His passive isn't that great to me, and it's also slow. His tactical is one of the most useless tacticals in my mind in the entire game. Revenant's ability is to just get rid of other legends' abilities. Everybody can do something on their own, but Revenant Revenant can't do anything on his own. He can only take away, like, what's the point of having an ability that can take away other people's abilities when you could just have an ability of your own? I know everybody says like, oh, it's useful. I don't think it's useful, bro. I think it's the most useless thing. And his ultimate, his totem, even when my random teammates throw down a totem, I make conscious efforts never to even take it because I don't think it's useful. What's the point of getting shredded to then get sent back and not be able to finish your push? Like, I know there was the whole Octane meta. I just don't like Revenant, bro. I see Revenant teams flying at me and I'm like, 3 damage. And then he's gone. I'll put him above Lifeline. You have a little bit of respect. I'll put him in D tier, bro. I hate this dude. You guys know this. I hate Revenant, bro. I'll put Lifeline behind him, though, okay? You're lucky. You're lucky. Pick up your tiers now. It's okay, all right? You're not the worst in the game. I legit play Lifeline more than I play Revenant, but I'll give him a little respect. We have 4 legends left in the tier list, chat. Honestly, the tier list is looking pretty stirred so far. I'm liking its aesthetic. It looks pretty balanced to me. Next up, we have Seer. Seer is someone who came out of the gates extremely strong. His heartbeat sensor is pretty good. I think it's honestly an S tier passive. I think his tactical is definitely very B tier. It used to be good. It's very hard to use now, I find. It's like, it's not impossible to use, but it's pretty easy to dodge. I dodge it a lot. And then his ultimate's good too. There's just something about Seer. Maybe it's his lack of movement abilities. I want to put him in A tier, but I just don't think I can. I think he's very much so in line with Crypto, Fuse, and Rampart. I will say he's better than Rampart, in my opinion, but is he better than Fuse? You guys are saying B tier. I see a lot of you guys saying B tier because Fuse doesn't have any movement either. He's extremely griefy though, so he makes up for his movement with zone control a little bit. Like you can hold people off from pushing with his abilities. But Seer can absolutely dominate a gunfight if you're fighting around a building. You could see everything, bro. He literally has wall hacks, and his ultimate is as free of a fight as it gets, man. You throw your ultimate down and you lose the fight, it's because you're potato cheeks. You win every time if you throw a Seer ult down. So I think he's B tier. Definitely think Crypto's better. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but Crypto, once again, just got so much, he's got so much functionality and support. He's not really an offensive character, but damn, he can do work, bro. Moving on, we have ourselves Miss Watty Spaghetti Noodle. Probably the cutest legend in the whole game. Debatable. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna give her that title. She has got some, her fences are just so easy to get rid of. Her fences are so awkward to put down in so many situations. Even when you're inside and you want to cover a doorway, so many doors in Apex are pretty much pinned to the wall that it makes the bottom of her fence a free pick. I know on Olympus, a lot of the doorways have been optimized, it almost seems, for her, that you can kind of put the door in the middle of the room. But her ultimate, I think the only good thing about her is her ultimate, her pylon to regain shields and block grenades. But other than that, I've tried to give Wattson so many chances and try to enjoy her, but I just can't. I genuinely can't. Nothing against her personality. One of the best personalities in the game. Ability wise, my God, bro, she hurts my head. Even on mouse and keyboard, when I can go like left, right, 180, like I can fend super quick. I still don't find it that great. And then there's a lot of places too where you can't even place Wattson fences. They just don't allow you to put objects down. I'd rather have Mirage, bro. I'd rather have a Mirage teammate. At least he'll get lost in this sauce. I'm not putting her in D tier because I'm looking at D tier right now. I'm like, useless. I'll put her at bottom of C tier, chat. C just because she got a pretty strong ability. The free shields is nice. Don't forget, she can also auto regenerate shields passively, kind of like Octane can regain health. We're moving on to the final 2 legends, chat. We have Valkyrie. Valkyrie, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best legend in the whole game. I know a lot of people don't like her because she can mess up your wall bounces sometimes, but if you know how to utilize Valk's jetpack, it is actually unfair how overpowered she is to any other legend in the game. She can drop down and jump up to levels of height that would take any normal legend like a 3-second climb animation, when you can easily get beamed. You know, if I was on a rooftop and I dropped down to the next floor, I would have to just keep moving throughout the city. Whereas Valk, you could just easily go back up. She has extreme solo ability. Her ult is amazing because it's great for team play and ranked. She literally cheats all battle royale rules. Just, oh, you need to rotate early? No, you don't. Just fly to where you need to go. And she can also scan radar, and she can scan everybody like Bloodhound in the sky. Freaking insane, bro. I'm gonna put her top of S tier, bro. She's absolutely goated. She's disgusting. Kind of cheating, to be honest. She literally can fly. We'll keep her there. I see a lot of you guys saying S tier. I don't think I've seen anybody say below S tier yet. D tier. Chat D tier. Put her below Lifeline. This looks good. Moving on now, we have Wraith. Oh, and here we go, baby. The finale, chat. Wraith, the sweaty TTV specialist. Wraith, oh, let me get my personal biases out of the way. Wraith, the sight of a Wraith pisses me off. Honestly, it makes me want to just like rub my face into a fresh pizza. That's what the sight of a Wraith does to me. I hate her. She's cringe. She's so TTV. Her colors are even purple, chat. I know there's so many bald Wraith mains in here. We're probably screaming. We're literally shaking their monitors, whipping their mouses at the freaking wall right now. Let's break her down. The voices in her head shit, honestly, pretty useful. I would say it's an A tier passive ability. You don't really get caught off guard, which is nice. Her phase ability, it used to be S tier. It's still really good. I think it's an A tier ability. I don't think I could justify making that B tier. And then her ultimate is still a portal. She's still a good legend, chat. I think it's pretty obvious where she belongs. She's an A tier legend. Just where in A tier would I exactly put her? That, I think, is what I'm still trying to figure it out. Definitely, Horizon's definitely better. Pathfinder's definitely better in my opinion. Bangalore, I would play Bangalore over Wraith. Caustic, I think this is where I start drawing the line. I think she's mid A tier. Right there. That's what's speaking to me, chat. She's not dominating A tier. She's not worse than Caustic and GB, but I think Bang is way faster and more aggressive. Pathfinder's way more swinging. Horizon's just goated. I think that's where I'm gonna put her. You guys saying behind Caustic? I don't know if I could justify. I think at a Fragger level, I just think like Wraith can be a better legend than Caustic. I'm gonna keep her above Caustic. And that does it, chat. This is our season 12 updated legend tier list. I feel like this looks fairly valid. We got Bloodhound, Ash, and Octane in S tier. I feel like our A tier category is very strong, but they all very easily speak A tier legend. B tier has never looked more B tier in my life. That's a sturdy B tier. C tier is very reasonable in my mind. And then D tier, some of you guys are gonna hate me for putting Revenant in there. I'm sorry, but that main is cheeks, bro. Yeah, unfortunately, Lifeline caught bottom of the barrel, but that is going to conclude the season 12 legend tier list. Thanks for watching. I'd absolutely love it if you guys gave my tier list a rating from 1 to 10 down in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about it. And if you guys want to watch me on Twitch as well, link in the description. That's where this takes place, and I live stream every day. But hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Keep up. Stay up. Peace out.